أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الله كبير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله كبير. Truly, we are indebted to God for giving us this opportunity, and this is something that we should cherish and love and be grateful to the source of this blessing that we have today. And so this is again not by accident. It's not by luck or fortune, but fortune. This is a divine design, and that we are here today, and God has given us another opportunity, another chance actually to get closer to Him, and this is a huge honor for us. And so we should be happy, and you should be content, and should be grateful to the source of this huge blessing that we have. Again, as I always say, that gratefulness and appreciativeness is a godlike quality, and He's grateful to us for what we do, and all the good deeds that we do is recorded by Him and appreciated. And so we have to also return in kind and be grateful to the blessing that He has given us. And we can never be grateful enough, so we have to ask God to force us to do it, and He will do it. He will make us a better servant of His. Okay, so today what I wanted to chat with you is I'm going to go to chapter 84. Chapter 84 is called the rupture. And so God is telling us what happens on the day of judgment. And so let's see here. So in the name of God, the all-gracious, the all-merciful, when the vacuum is ruptured and here's her Lord, and the truth is fulfilled, and when the matter loses cohesion and manifests what is inside it and becomes a void, and here's her Lord, and the truth is fulfilled, then God says, the key here is this verse here, verse 6, okay? And God says, "Oh, you human being," He's addressing us, "indeed you are on an arduous journey to your Lord, and you will meet Him." Okay, so this is what we are going through this life. Okay, we are on a quest for our Lord, for the truth. We are doing this enthusiastically, and this arduous journey is not easy. It's difficult. Okay, and so when we present these things, some people say we don't understand these things. Well, it may be difficult. Okay, but you see the numbers. Okay, and somehow you should ask yourself, why these numbers lining up the way they are? Okay, what is important, for example, for 2810? Why is 2810 important? Okay, why is 2810 lines up with 6346? Okay, so it's a valid question. You have to ask that. Okay, why should it be like that? Why does it do it more than in one place? Okay, why does 2810 says that there are in chapter 9 there are 127 verses? Okay, why does it say that? Okay, and that's what 9127 actually causes, the fact that there are 6,346 verses in the Quran total. Okay, so these are the things that you have to ask yourself. Maybe difficult, maybe arduous, The journey could be arduous. It's a quest. Okay? And you may not like it. Okay? But you cannot reject it. You can't go someplace and hide from it. It's all around you. It's inside you. It's within and without. Okay? So, people who are rejecting these signs from God, these people are in a constant torment. It's not like that they heard somebody told them something. And well, this is called hearsay. Okay? So before we knew about this, before we knew about the mathematics of the Quran, before 1974, okay, before that time, we heard hearsay. Hearsay means that you hear from somebody, and that somebody tells you that, yeah, Moses had the children of Israel behind him, and what happened was he parted the Red Sea by God's command, and they all passed through that dry area that was created by God for them. Okay? There was no proof, nothing. Okay? There are scriptures are talking about that. The Old Testament says, and then the Quran says, but they were hearsay. They had no proof. Okay? So some people took that on faith and said, it must be correct because God is the Almighty. He can do these things. And he did it. He had no problems with it. Some people, they said, no, this is nonsense. We're not going to say anything. Okay, but now you have proof for that. Okay? But the journey has become more arduous because now you have to understand these things and you cannot ignore it. Ignoring these facts that are basically staring in your face, okay, it's a huge lack of responsibility on that person's part. You just cannot do it. And if you do it, you are going to suffer and see the consequences of it. And these consequences are going to be shown to you on this day. And then that after that it says, as for the one who receives his record with blessing, okay. So this has been translated, the one who gets his thing in his right hand. Okay. Yemen or Yumn means blessing. You know, this country, Yemen, which is all kinds of things going on right now. Okay. Yemen means a blessed place. It doesn't mean right hand. Right hand of what? Okay. Everybody does it like that. Everybody thinks the right side and the left side. That's not what God says. Okay, wake up. How long you are going to mistranslate your own mother tongue? Okay? Okay, stop the ignorance. Okay? And people just keep propagating error and nobody says anything. Ashabul Maymana means the people who are blessed. Ashabul Mashma'a means people who are cursed. They have bad omen. When are we going to wake up? We don't log out here, we don't hear it, then we go ahead and do the same thing. Then people hate people who write with left hand. Okay? This is what causes all these superstitions. Okay? So you can go and do lectures and seminars to rows of fools, okay, who cannot begin to understand these things. Okay? Even the person whose name is Ibn Yamin, they mean that the son of the right side. What does that mean? It means the blessed son. They don't even know their own name, what it means. So we're at that level. Okay? So with blessing, then he will soon receive an easy reckoning. This is the guy who believed in God, led a righteous life, and believed in the hereafter, and this is what's going to happen to him. Okay? Okay. Anyway, and he will return to his family joyfully. Okay. But the one who received his record behind his back, okay, he will soon be called to oblivion. Oblivion means nothingness. They lose their existence. Okay, this is not a joke, my friends. Okay, you know, have a you know a casual regard for this things that I'm going to talk about in the second unit of this prayers today. Okay, it's going to cause misery for people, and they better wake up. And then God says, he will enter a raging inferno. Indeed, he used to be happy with his family. Okay, that's the guy who had, God says, we have given him money and sons, and he wants more. Okay, and then indeed, he used to think that he would never be called to account. Okay. Yes, indeed, his Lord was always watching him. And then God says, therefore I swear by the dusk and the night as it covers, and the moon going through its phases, you will indeed ride on classified levels. Not going to be the same for everybody. Then why do they not believe? And when the Quran is recited to them, they do not honor it. Okay? On the contrary, the unfaithful are always in denial. And God fully knows their innermost secrets. Therefore, inform them of a painful suffering. As for the faithful who lead a righteous life, reserved for them is an unending reward. Okay. Then we have to make that choice. Are we going to embrace God's signs, or are we just going to argue and talk nonsense and, and try to stay away from it as though it's going to go away somehow? We're just going to ignore this, okay? Maybe left alone? Not going to happen that way. So, what I will do, I'll stop here at the end of this chapter, 25 verses, all succinct and to the point. No ambiguity. God is telling us exactly what's going to happen. Okay? Those laws that people used, remember? And a lot of people fell for them. And then the question is, you're trying to explain all of these things. Okay? Are you still using mathematical equations that God inspired later to test us? If you're doing that, those laws did not apply at that time. That's exactly what God says here. Okay? The vacuum ruptures, the matter loses cohesion, all kinds of things, all of these facts that God is presenting to us. Okay? So I'm going to stop here and we'll finish it.